ready to head out for my weekend adventure, my first camping adventure since I moved here about a month ago, exactly a month ago actually. And I'm super excited. I have been working really hard, especially the past couple weeks, to get a lot of things done, a lot of projects, and now I'm just really looking forward to spending some time outside. And I don't even know exactly yet where I'm going to be camping, but that is my intention. Yes, I do want to go camping. Potentially, I might even want to go wild camping for the very first time in my life, but I will see. I'll just go with the flow. There are a few things that I want to do. I actually think I might want to get some food on the way, and also I'm not sure about this one yet. I still need a bed for my new place, and so there's one that I was looking at, and if I have time I might just want to go to the store and look at it in person, but I'll see. That is definitely not going to be the priority this weekend. I'm just really gonna want to enjoy this as much as possible, and I've just really been reflecting on what to do next with my work and my business, and I feel like just having a few days off grid, well, mostly off the grid, is really going to help me just feel into who I am and what I want to do when I'm free of all obligations and not tied to anybody else's schedules or projects, even if it's just for a few days. Yesterday, I started editing a guidebook for an oracle card deck that I'm co-creating with a friend of mine, and actually she did all the art and all the design and everything, but I'm going to be publishing it for her, so she's going to be officially my first more traditionally published author. I do have a few that are basically self-publishing through me, but I'm really envisioning a more traditional publishing house, and that's just been a vision that I've had for quite a few years, and so I'm really excited to see where this goes, but that just really felt so good yesterday. I'll probably share a little bit more about this later. I should get going, and I don't want to make this introduction too long, but now I'm so excited to share this adventure with you. So let's get going, and I can't wait to see where this adventure takes me. The cash that I think I'm gonna need for this trip, and now, even though it's probably been less than half an hour since I left home, I already need to go pee real bad, so that's the next thing I'm gonna go figure out. So that was quick and easy. Seriously, all that tea that I drank this morning, but it kind of happens every time. Now let's get going. I think I have all the food that I'm going to need for this camping trip, and now it's time to go and find a campsite. I might go and find some coffee on the way. I'm actually craving it just a little bit, and maybe something sweet, even though I have lots of sweets in the back of my car. And I have a few campsites that I'm considering. I looked up some provincial parks. I always love those a lot. And I also found a potential wild camping spot on Irelander, which is kind of a first for me. So I might go there tomorrow, maybe not tonight. I'll just see. It kind of depends on whether or not there is something available in the provincial parks that I'm considering. But this time of the year, I'm hoping it won't be so bad, and the summer was sometimes a little bit difficult, but let's see what happens. I was getting a little bit worried after my pee break about an hour ago because there was quite a bit of a smoke smell in the air, but it's actually a lot better here, so I'm hoping it'll stay that way and I'll be able to fully enjoy this camping adventure. So the first campground I tried was indeed full. It would have been a really nice one right next to a lake, but this one is kind of the other part of the same campground. It's not as close to the lake, but it is nice and quiet and really beautiful. So lots of space available here, and now all I can think of is food. And I realize I forgot my cutting board, but that's gonna be okay. I don't know why, but food just tastes so much better outside in nature. Let's go check out the lake. It feels kind of strange to be out on a camping adventure this late in the season. I can't believe it's October 1st today and it's still so warm and sunny. And I'm wondering how many more camping adventures I'm going to be able to enjoy this year. I'm really going to think about maybe even just heading out for some adventures. Well, I'm definitely going to head out for adventures the entire winter as well, but maybe I'll even try camping a little bit later in the season. Maybe not when it's raining, but on a fairly sunny day. I don't know, it's just going to be really beautiful out here, especially later in the fall too, and in the winter when it's not as dry anymore and there will be lots of beautiful creeks and waterfalls everywhere, which is kind of my favorite. Let me just show you this. That is my favorite season of the year for landscape photography. I mean, just so many beautiful things to see, especially here in this area too. So now, let's go find the lake. The second thing I forgot to bring, swimwear. It's honestly just too hot here right now. It's so beautiful, but I think I'm gonna have to return a little bit later in the day when it cools off a little bit. It feels like, I don't know, the middle of the summer right now. So beautiful. But I think I'm gonna head back to my campsite and just relax for the rest of the afternoon. One thing I love about these trips is that I get to walk a lot, even just for like everyday things like going to the washroom or, I don't know, everything just includes a lot more walking than it usually would. Even on a day when I would maybe just head out for a walk in nature, I don't know, I typically don't walk as much, even on a hiking day. And now I'm just gonna relax here for the rest of this evening. I'm just loving this place so much and it just feels amazing. Best decision ever. I was actually wondering before I left whether I would still enjoy camping in the fall as much as I did in the summer, but it's just amazing any time of the year. Well, unless it rains, but that's not gonna happen today. It's that time again. one thing I do notice about camping in the fall is that it definitely cools off a lot faster in the evening, even though the sun is still out and it's really beautiful. It's already starting to feel a little bit chilly. I just enjoyed my supper. I still feel so amazing, and I think pretty soon I'm gonna start getting my bed ready for tonight. And actually, it's not a big deal for me to go to bed a little bit earlier because I usually do that even in the summer. I usually get ready for bed around, I don't know, between 6 and 8, usually long before the sun goes down in the summer. So I think this is actually going to be really nice because it's going to be easier for me to fall asleep. And I'm hoping it won't get too cold in the car. I was even wondering whether I should set up my tent, which I would probably do if I decided to stay here a little bit longer. But packing up my tent usually takes a bit of time in the morning, especially now it might be a little bit wet in the morning as well. And tomorrow I really want to have my day for all the adventures that await. So I believe I'm just going to sleep in my car, and it might not be as comfortable, but it will be warmer, and I'll make it as cozy as possible. Just dropped my toothbrush on the ground. Take two. It's seriously one of my favorite upgrades, if not my favorite this year. It's just so amazing to have running water right at my campsite. And I was a bit worried that I might have brought too much water. And actually, I don't think that's the case. I really wanted to bring some extra this time because last time I ended up at a campsite that didn't have any running water at all. Like the whole campground didn't have any. So this one does, but it doesn't have any drinking water. It's not safe right now. So this is amazing. Okay, it's almost 6 o'clock now. I am really gonna get ready for bed very soon. Now I'm gonna head over to the washroom slash pit toilet, which is really close. Probably not for the last time tonight. I know myself, but after this, I'm really looking forward to getting really cozy in my car and maybe reading a little bit, journaling, and then calling it a night pretty soon. Definitely once it gets dark. Now, here comes my least favorite part of my evening routine, even at home, but especially when I'm camping, and that is removing my contacts. I'm always a little bit worried about dropping them when I'm outside, but so far that hasn't happened. But I always want to make sure I take them out before it gets dark. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Done.